What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Stacey Abrams, at 33% of the vote when it was in, looked like she was going to pull a major upset. And of course, I could already hear, and I was getting ready for the videos coming out from the left, right? And those videos were going to probably say, Stacey Abrams won Georgia without black men's help. And if that would have happened, what a blow would it have meant to black men in the state of Georgia? It would have been very, very, very bad, right? But of course, Stacey Abrams loses in a big way, in a profound way. She loses by 9%, almost 100,000 votes she loses by, okay? And one of the people that I did not expect to come out and, say something about the issue was Dr. Umar Johnson. And one of the reasons why is we all know Dr. Umar Johnson is a very pro-black woman, which I'm not anti-black woman at all. I believe in supporting our sisters, but I'm at the same time, I understand without black men, you're not going to get black communities. You're just not going to get it. You're not going to get businesses. You're not going to get as much money. You're not going to get as much infrastructure because the men typically do that, and they will work almost diligently to create those things, while women are typically more the nurturing kind. But anyways, Dr. Umar Johnson is going to take a shot at some of these haters out here who are going to blame black men for why Stacey Abrams lost Georgia. I want to take the time to read what Dr. Umar Johnson said here. And he says here, I'm sorry you didn't win yesterday, sister, but let's be honest. You had no intention of doing anything to help black men in Georgia. The Democrats are blaming black men across the country for Republican victories in key states for Congress, citing our failure to vote. Vote for what? Black men aren't going to have their votes exploited by white people who do nothing for us. Sorry, Queen, we have left the Democratic plantation. Now, before I kind of go further, there was this particular video going viral of this sister begging black men to come out and vote for Auntie Abrams. And I want to play that and kind of come back and give it all what I have.
Okay, so boom. So ask and you shall receive, but only if you vote for Auntie Abrams. So I was asking people on my social media platforms, like, how do we get black men to come out and vote? Like, how do we get y'all to show up and show out? Because really, after white men who own property and white men who granddaddy and them had the right to vote, y'all was the next people in line who was allowed to vote. So y'all vote is powerful, and we want to hear from y'all. And a lot of y'all was like, well, we need somebody to do something for us. Like, y'all want something for nothing and we want something. And that's fair. I get that, right? Quid pro quo. However, Auntie Abrams gave y'all a whole list of things that she is ready to do for y'all, but y'all gonna have to show up. She like, y'all want some money? We're gonna come up with a $10 million fund to help y'all start y'all businesses. Y'all want to keep y'all little bloop, bloop, bloops? That's cool, but we're gonna have to come up with some checks and balances to make sure we're doing this right, because we're gonna protect the Second Amendment and we protect the second graders, period. And she basically like, look, black man, I see you. I got brothers. I know how it is. One of my brothers, he be in and out the pen. You feel me? He just now trying to get it together. I got another brother who do his thing, but he still get hated on. So I see you and I want to help you, but you gonna have to. So long story short, story long, if you register to vote, show up.
So you heard what the young woman had to say. Now here's what I want to deal with. Stacey Abrams was offering black men in Georgia a fund of $10 million to start businesses. All right, $10 million sounds like a start, but $10 million is not a lot of money at all, okay? And it's something that black men can come together collectively and create that money themselves without having to have a political vote or anything like that. The reality is that just like Umar Johnson can figure out why black men are getting nothing for their vote, I'm going to go out on a limb here and says that Dr. Umar Johnson needs to understand the reason why black men are leaving the Democratic plantation. It's the same reason, Dr. Umar, that black men are not making long-term relationships with black women. You don't see there's a difference, do you? or you don't think there's continuity in the statement you made. And Stacey Abrams has found that out. See, Stacey Abrams, just like some of the black women out here in today's dating world, you believe that somebody's going to do something for you when you're not offering much for the person. You're not incentivizing the person. Just like a man, if a man wants a beautiful woman in his life, especially if you're a average guy, average height, you need to be an exceptional person in many aspects. You should be funny. You should be rich, well dressed. There are many things that you need to do just to qualify. Okay? Just to get to the level. For a woman can even take you seriously. All right? But what people don't understand is that when a black man gets to that point, he has a lot of opportunities. And black male voters have a lot of opportunities. One of the opportunities is not to vote at all. I'm not going to show up. What's the point? Which is the same thing as saying I'm not voting for Stacey Abrams. Because Stacey Abrams has never talked to us. She'll talk about everything else. LGBT community. She'll get these rappers like mulatto, black women, immigrants. Fine. But now it only comes to the point that you want to talk to black men when you want something. That's no difference with a lot of women in the dating world. For a lot of guys. Where is the value? And see, this loss that Democrats want to blame black men for, you should blame yourself, right? You are used to having everything for nothing. Now your guys are going away. Black men think differently than black women, all right? So now your guys are going away. They're going to different opportunities. You know, let's talk about the passport bros. This is no different. Black men are just tired of black America where it's at. So they're going to different places. They're voting different. They're moving different. They're dating women of other communities. And the reason is we're mad that they won't accept less. People are upset that you know, in other words, the black community as a whole, we're upset that black men won't just take our shit anymore in the black community. You know, we're upset that they won't do anything else but that. But the thing is that with this loss and the myriad of losses that Democrats are experiencing, you need to understand that you need to be competitive. You had no reason to compete. Now you do because you're losing. So now, what are you going to offer? And the reason that Democrats are losing ground is the same reason why black couples are decreasing. Where's the value? And a lot of that is tied into feminist and democratic thinking, which is you don't have to respect your mate as much. You don't need him. Only thing that needs to be empowered is you. All right. So then when you're by yourself and you're empowered by yourself, now you're blaming black men. The same black men you said you don't need. They're not on your level. Black excellence, independent black woman, which I don't have any problem with that, but you got to be able to deal with what happens with that thought process. And at the same time, you can't come out and say, we're proud to be this, proud to be that. These black men don't have anything. And then on the flip side, once you don't need these guys and you lose, you blame them. Here's what you got to do. You know, one thing about Apple I like. Apple treats their customers like they love them. Okay? Maybe Democrats need to understand how to get customer service like Apple to retain your people. Because if you did, then you wouldn't have these issues. But you don't. You don't know how to treat your clients, but expect them to spend money with you and stay with you. That's ridiculous. And you can go on with the insults and the blaming. You're just going to make it worse. Be accountable, Democrats. In black Democrats typically are a lot of women. Be accountable for why these guys don't want to vote for you. Be accountable for why she's losing. Because Stacey Abrams didn't lose. Democrats lost. No value equals losing. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.